We've spoken to many entrepreneurs and venture capitalists here on The Close, especially online business. But this is a first for me here, an online funeral services company. Today we look at how both an entrepreneur and a venture capitalist are making a business in the dark ages meeting the tech age. It's Domenic Mazzone, chairman of Basic Funerals and Cremation Choices, and Jason Sparaga, the president and CEO of Spara Capital. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us here.
Thanks for having us. Man. Appreciate it.
All right, first of all, Domenic, I need to understand how you actually go about preparing for a funeral online.
Okay, sure. Well, Basic Funerals is really the first to take the funeral model online from the traditional funeral model. Our website, BasicFunerals.ca, you can go on there, find all your services, all your pricing. A family can go ahead and build themselves a quote, immediately email it to themselves. We're the first in Canada to run real-time chat. And what we really allowed families to do is arrange online, over the phone or in person if they've wanted to. And we've even taken that in person further. We'll send a licensed funeral director right to somebody's home.
Okay, but when it comes down to it, there's the element of the gathering, there's the element of the viewing and things like that. Are you working with partners for the physical, the bricks component, the bricks and clicks?
That's a great question. We don't have the traditional funeral model or infrastructure per se. We use all these amazing locations that are in existence, like wedding venues, golf courses, yacht clubs, parks, and we facilitate everything for the family. And we do everything from the most simple service to an extravagant 500-person service.
So why go to someone such as yourself versus going right into a funeral home and dealing with the issue? I can understand it's a very difficult time.
Right. So besides everything we've just mentioned, which is, you know, all the convenience that we provide over the internet, we're about half the price of a traditional funeral home.
So, Jason, what got you involved in this? It seems like an unusual way for a venture capitalist to make his way in the world.
Well, at the end of the day, we look at dozens and dozens of deals on a monthly basis, hundreds a year, and we look for those unique opportunities, those one-off opportunities that we really can see make a difference and ultimately make a return for investors. And what we really liked about this opportunity in particular was that you had a couple of hard-driving entrepreneurs who had taken a completely new approach to an industry that's extremely large, and they'd taken that approach by harnessing the power of the internet in particular and a unique delivery model to bring down the price by virtually half to the market.
Now, I understand you get something like 20 pitches a month. You look at 50 deals themselves on a yearly basis as well. When you are looking at pitches, what are some of the things you need to see?
Well, of course, it always starts with the people that you're backing and partnering with. So, if we can't get past that point, there's no point in looking at the rest of the metrics of the business. What we found with Domenic and his partner Eric, in particular, are two guys that really have sort of thrown it all on the table. They get the industry, but they've kind of pushed aside all the traditional components to the industry and said, how can we come back at this market in a very unique way that will, at the end of the day, deliver something meaningful to the end customer, which is a significant reduction in price while maintaining the high-quality standards that people expect to have in this experience.
And I've never heard of a funeral services firm having a research and development department.
Yes, we're consistently just pushing the gap. We have a lot of interesting announcements that will come out in the next month or two. We're always trying to give the families more service, make it better, make it easy for them. So we're excited about that because we want to take this industry over for the benefit of helping families and continue to take market share through that.
Now, I know you don't want to tell me what it is you've got going on back in the lab because that is your proprietary work, but give me some insight into what it is that you would be researching. What is it you would be developing?
Well, I think it's important to understand about what the entire process of death is and what it entails, not only from the beginning but from the end and after. So what we're trying to do is find new ways to make it easier for families, new ways to provide services that are more meaningful for families, and new ways to make it more affordable.
And how does Jason play a role in your organization on a day-to-day basis? Because VCs just don't hand over a check. You guys are actively involved in the development of the business model.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we looked at a lot of choices, you know, when it came to raising capital. Because it's such an exciting business, we had choices. We chose Jason and Spara for the specific reason that they were going to take it to the end with us. They were not only going to act as an investment banker, but they said, you know what, why don't we bring some of the expertise to the table that we have and help you run? And Jason was very clear in saying, look, you guys are in charge. It's your company. You're there. We're going to help fill the gaps. And they've been doing an amazing job.
You know, we were in San Francisco last week talking to a lot of VC types, and they were asking me about Canada and the market here. And I was trying to explain to them that it pales in Canada by comparison to what we're seeing in the United States. And you sort of echo that sentiment as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you know, it's no secret that the Canadian, in particular, the Ontario marketplace for raising venture capital is not in a good place. There's a lot of people working on that as we speak, but it typically takes a very creative mind to be able to deliver venture capital in Ontario in a meaningful way on a wide enough breadth to be able to make returns for a pool of capital. For us, it's about bringing a different delivery model, much the same way the guys are in their own industry. Mm-hmm. For us, it's about actually rolling up our sleeves and getting involved in the business. You know, we're not actively involved in the core operation, but at the executive and management level, we're very involved, ranging from HR, accounting and finance, right through to new market strategy and anything in between.
A very curious conversation. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Domenic Mazzone, the chairman of Basic Funerals and Cremation Choices, and Jason Sparaga, the president and CEO of Spara Capital.